Most poor people don't stay broke because they lack money. They stay broke because their brain gets addicted to survival mode. Chapter 1. The Trap That Keeps People Broke. Psychologists call this a scarcity mindset. And once you understand it, you'll see why some people build wealth from nothing while others stay stuck for life. Your habits, your confidence, even the risk you take, all of it is controlled by how your brain reacts to fear and uncertainty. And the scary part? Most people never realize their own mind is working against them. When you grow up with stress, struggle, or constant financial pressure, your brain becomes obsessed with short-term comfort. You stop thinking about building. You start thinking about surviving. That's why people waste money on things they don't need, avoid opportunities, and quit too early. Because survival brains hate uncertainty, even if that uncertainty could change their entire life. But here's where it gets even worse. Your brain would rather keep you comfortable and broke than uncomfortable and successful. Chapter 2. Why Most People Never Escape. Psychology says humans fear loss more than they desire success. That means most people will avoid taking action, not because they're lazy, but because failure feels emotionally dangerous. So instead of learning new skills, starting a business, or taking smart risks, they scroll, they complain, they wait for motivation, and years pass. Now, look at the people who become rich from zero. Most of them weren't fearless. They just trained themselves to act despite the fear. That's the difference. Their mindset changed from "what if I fail" to "what happens if I never try?" And psychologically, that changes everything. Because the moment the pain of staying the same becomes bigger than the fear of change, humans finally move. But here's the part nobody wants to admit. Some people stay broke because being a victim feels safer than being responsible. Responsibility is heavy. If your life is your fault, then fixing it is also your responsibility. And most people don't want that pressure, so the brain creates excuses. I'm unlucky. I don't have connections. I'll start later. People like me never succeed. But psychology shows something terrifying. The more excuses you repeat, the more your brain starts believing them as your identity. Eventually, you stop trying completely. Chapter 3. The Mindset That Changes Everything. If that hit you. Because here's the truth you've been avoiding. Your habits are creating your future, whether you realize it or not. If you want to break the cycle, start with this mental trick. Train your brain to value long-term pain over short-term comfort. Read when you don't feel like reading. Work when you don't feel motivated. Save money even when spending feels better. Because every time you do hard things voluntarily, your brain slowly stops fearing discomfort. And that's when real confidence is built, not from motivation, but from proof. Rich people who came from nothing usually don't start with money. They start with psychological control. Most people will hear this, feel motivated for 5 minutes, then go right back to the same habits, destroying their future.